begin with a question. Did you discuss the budget today with your friends or family? If you did, chances are you discussed it over WhatsApp. Political discussions are the rage in family WhatsApp groups. We know that. Lots of fights happening nowadays because of that. But how safe are those conversations is a question you need to ask yourself. How safe is any conversation on WhatsApp? Now, I'm asking you this question because of WhatsApp's proposed privacy policy. That policy sought permission to share user information with Facebook. Now, as you by now know, both Facebook and WhatsApp are owned by the same company, Meta. At first, WhatsApp was stubborn about its new policy. The company said you must either accept the new privacy norms or you need to stop using WhatsApp. After a long legal tussle, the company agreed to stand down. They promised the central government here in India that WhatsApp services will not be affected even if you do not accept the policy. Today, in the Supreme Court, there were two major developments on this case, and you need to know this if you use WhatsApp. And chances are, if you're watching us, you use WhatsApp. Number one, the court asked WhatsApp to publicize this promise made to the central government. How? By taking out full-page advertisements in 5 national newspapers. To advertise, tell everyone who is willing to hear that it is not mandatory for any citizen in India to sign up with WhatsApp's privacy policy. Number two, WhatsApp's lawyers made a confusing argument in court today. Mr. Kapil Sibal, who was appearing for WhatsApp, said that only some user data is shared with Facebook. He also said that if users want complete privacy, they should not have an account on Facebook. So essentially what they're saying is, if you want complete privacy on WhatsApp, then just delete your Facebook account. As far as arguments go, that's not a very strong one. Let me go straight across to Khushbu Jain, who is a practicing lawyer in the Supreme Court, because I want to be very clear about whether we have understood the story correctly. Khushbu Jain, have we understood this correctly? Is Mr. Kapil Sibal or is Meta telling us via Mr. Kapil Sibal that if you want complete privacy on WhatsApp, if you don't want any data, any information from WhatsApp to be shared with Facebook, then on your phone, simply delete Facebook?
Absolutely. The statement comes very clear that if you're using both, if you want complete privacy, if you don't want any tracking to happen from WhatsApp to its parent company, Meta, then you should completely not use, you should not be on Facebook, you should not take services of Metaverse. Now, if you look at this, these are two contradictory statements. The policy itself for which the matter is pending in Supreme Court is all about whether WhatsApp can share data with its parent company and force people. So one side is, okay, you can't force somebody not to use services, but the other side is that you are practically sharing. And see, if you have to look one more side, this is the side where they're defending. There is another side where they're objecting to the part of Government of India enforcing its IT policy, where they are asking that in case of law and order situation, in case there is a situation that arises, can you share us the detail of the first originator who has shared that messages because of which the law and order situation has arisen in India. For that, they kept on saying there is an end-to-end encryption. We cannot read the messages. We cannot share the data with you.
Correct.
So you understand that, Tommy, that one side you say that we don't read, we don't share, it's an end-to-end encryption, complete privacy. So user like you and me are with the faith that nobody is reading my messages. Government of India, any private party, any of the private parties, sister concerns or third-party contracts, that party has it. So I'm talking about a complete encryption that it's between me and the person I am chatting with. So that's one. And second, when it comes to when it's coming to your business, when it comes to your profits, you're practically sharing my data. So I am saying I'm not pro-government or anti-government, pro-Facebook or against Facebook, but all I'm talking about is at least be clear in your stance whether you read my data or you don't read my data, whether you read my chat, you don't read my chat. If you're sharing the data, whom are you sharing, in what way and why? Let me choose that. After that, do I want to be using WhatsApp by sharing my personal information? That's all clarity we need. I also want to talk, I know you have some more questions, but in the end, I want to give more clarity with regard to what German authority has done in the same instances, what Ireland has done it, and what GDPR has, imposed on them. Please, over to you.
Okay, Khushbu, can I ask you this? Then, correct me if I'm wrong again, this is the first admission and as official as it gets because it was said in the Supreme Court of India by Meta's lawyer that there is a sharing of information between WhatsApp and Facebook. So this is the first official admission.
In India, yes, but if you see it, they have been changing their instances everywhere. Yes, I'm absolutely in sync with you that this is the first time they're admitting it, but they did that when they introduced the policy for the first time, forcing us that by the first, if you don't accept the policy, we are going to delete it. So that's the first time they actually hinted that we share the data. Today, for the first time, even after giving the undertaking, they are saying that, okay, there is a sharing of data, though we're not going to restrain public from assessing their services, but at the same time, all the messages that come or all the information or the news that is pumped out by WhatsApp is purely on the basis that it is end-to-end encryption. So you can't have your selling point as end-to-end encryption, and at the same time, this is the revelation that has come up. I think it's high time, channel like you and others also, we need this to come out to the public that this is nothing private. The company is reading it, and we don't know which all third-party company is sharing with. And if it's sister concern or its parent company they're sharing with, we really don't know who the parent company is sharing the data with. So let's say even my contract is with WhatsApp, the other companies are not obligated. And I really don't know also that who all other companies are there where my data is being shared. And if some breach happened to that, what happens to me? So practically I'm at the state where you tell me that, boss, my entire selling point is end-to-end encryption, no sharing of data. And all you're doing is selling my data, sharing my data in hide. So coming back, there has been instance. If I just quote one of the instance to you, that what WhatsApp did was, WhatsApp had its at the first time when the deal happened of WhatsApp, the regulators in Europe started thinking that there is a concern about this, approach of user tracking and Facebook Pixel and things around that, especially when you talk about acquisition of what WhatsApp happened in 2014. So the companies told the regulators of Europe that it would be unable to link the profiles of WhatsApp. This is a statement I'm quoting. The regulator said that the company told to the Europe regulator that it is impossible to it is unable to share or to link profiles of WhatsApp and Facebook users. Then in 2016, they did exactly that. Now, despite regulatory action, Facebook is continuously ramping up its efforts to tie users from its different platforms closer together. And if you look into, there have been penalties which are imposed in Germany, penalties imposed by Ireland, penalties imposed by European Union under the GDPR, and the matters are still pending, and there are some penalties which are already imposed. But if you look clearly, go to Facebook Pixel, which is embedded as on the third-party websites of your phone. So whatever you search, it feeds data to the Facebook Pixel. And whatever the data you're going in the background in your phone, if you have your Facebook installed, practically the company can track your activity around the web, expanding its knowledge, going as far as likes and your interest and your information that you do not voluntarily give it to the social network. Now imagine the situation that with Facebook Pixel, with WhatsApp, and with Instagram, combination of all these things, the kind of data combined together, the information together, will result into an extensive and detailed tracking of an individual. And that's, I think, should be a cause of concern for all of us.
Profiling and tracking and advertisements being tailored for us and therefore pushed to us. Khushbu Jain, thank you very much for joining us. I also want to tell our viewers the Supreme Court has told Meta in no uncertain terms, especially WhatsApp, that you need to publicize to this entire country that your privacy policy is not mandatory, that citizens in India don't have to sign up to your privacy policy to keep using WhatsApp. So you don't need to do it. Khushbu, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us at the top of 8. WhatsApp is something all of us use. Facebook is something all of us use. And it's important to know what has happened in the Supreme Court today.